guys, it's your girl T. So a lot of people wanted me to talk about the whole situation that happened in Wilmington, Delaware with the 16-year-old girl. Her name was Amy Joyner, and she was basically jumped in the bathroom. The initial report said it was over a boy. She was jumped, she was beat up, her head hit the sink, and she ended up dying. So this made national news. A lot of people were very upset. You know, of course, the hashtag Justice for Amy started trending on Twitter. A lot of people took to social media to go off, to vent and everything else. It's not being announced today that 3 of the girls that were in the bathroom with Amy when everything went down, that they're looking at being charged, okay?
The student is a 10th grader from Newcastle, and we believe that there were 2 other students involved in the incident. They are currently being questioned by the Wilmington Police Department, who are conducting the investigation. Students were kept in their classes for the morning and then were dismissed at 10:15.
What I did the other day, I decided to literally just really investigate this story, really find out what happened. You know, you can find so much stuff on social media just from really researching. And, you know, especially when you're dealing with high school kids, they do nothing but run their mouth. So this situation has a lot of twists and turns. But I also want to shed light on another girl that was jumped a few weeks ago. This happened in Nutty, New York. She was 17 years old and her name was Tajay Warner. And I remember a few New Yorkers sent me the story. I didn't get a chance to do a video on Tajay, but this was really sad. I'm so tired of these kids jumping each other and thinking that it's no big deal to jump people. You know, people don't realize that the human body is very fragile. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we survive every day is a blessing. You know, as you guys know, I just got out of surgery, you know, last week, and it's taken a big toll on my body. And so people just don't value and appreciate life and, you know, their bodies and the gift of waking up every morning. And it's really sad. And this young girl, Tajay Warner, got jumped because she was defending her brother. Her brother got into it with somebody. She jumped in, you know, she tried to jump in front of him and defend her. And she ended up getting jumped by these girls and she died right on the street. I want you guys to go ahead and watch both these news clips, one of Tajay Warner and one of Amy Joyner. And I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Warning to a tragic story out of Coney Island. A 17-year-old girl beaten by a group of teens fortunately lost her life. Doctors say Tajay Warner is brain dead as a result of injuries she suffered from Saturday night's attack. 4 teenagers allegedly beat her in front of her apartment on 24th Street. Now, Tajay's father, Arthur Warner, says all of his daughter's healthy organs were donated when they took her off life support late.
We as parents, we think we can protect our children at every given time. It's not like that. Reality just hit me in the face, and it's not going to go away from some time now.
A very tough decision for that father. One of the alleged attackers, 18-year-old Serena Augard Ford, has been arrested and now faces murder charges. Police are still looking for 3 more suspects. They believe the group attacked Tajay after she came actually to the defense of her brother.
5:09 now.
16-year-old Amy Joyner Francis died after being assaulted in the girls' bathroom, according to police. Reports say that she went into the bathroom at Howard High School of Technology in Delaware to settle an issue with a group of girls, and the confrontation turned violent.
From what we understand, everything took place in the restroom within the school here.
The Delaware teen was known as the peacemaker among her friends, but it's unclear what the fight was about. Some reports say it was over a boy, but her friends have denied that. Her father spoke to Fox 29.
She's a very good girl, and she's on the honor roll. I think this is a dream, and I'm trying to wake up. All I know is that my daughter's gone, and she was the love of my life, and it hurts.
2 female students were taken into police for questioning, and other witnesses have been interviewed. An investigation is ongoing and an autopsy will determine the cause of death.
Saw those news clips, and you know, they're both very sad. As you guys know, I have a son who are these girls' age, and I have a 15-year-old son. And it's really scary to think that you can send your child to school where they should feel safe, and they cannot make it home. You know, and I just get so tired of just the constant violence. And then I see a lot of people deflecting and blaming reality television and saying, oh, these girls are getting it from Basketball Wives and Love and Hip Hop. And to me, that's bullshit. That's a bullshit deflection. People was getting jumped when I was in school. People were getting beat up when I was in school. And there was no reality television. You know, sometimes human beings are just evil people, you know, and when you're young women especially are just vicious. You know, like I hated high school. It was just so much drama. And when you look back on it, you know, 10, 15, 20 years later, and it's like, what the fuck were we fighting over? What were we arguing over? Some, you know, dusty dick dude, you know what I'm saying, who played you, played me, and moved on to the next girl. You know, it's just insane. But one thing I learned on social media, you know, a lot of kids from this school are very hurt. And a lot of people are saying that, you know, Amy was a really good student. She wasn't really a fighter, you know, but she mainly was the one that a lot of people liked. And what they're saying is that one of the girls was dating a young boy. The young boy ended up breaking up with her and started dating Amy, and the girl was upset about this. And so what they're saying is that they had been telling Amy, you know, for the past few days, you know, we're going to end up fighting. We're going to end up, you know, fighting in the bathroom. And Amy kind of knew about it. And even her boyfriend was saying, you know, maybe she shouldn't go to school that day, whatever. You know, she still chose to go talk to these girls in the bathroom, thinking they could at least talk out the problems. So from what I'm gathering is that basically Amy and the girl who had the issue with her, they got the fighting. Amy was winning the fight. She was getting the best of that girl. They ended up recording this on video. The video is floating around social media. I'm not seeing the whole video, but they ended up recording this on video. And what the girl told the other girls is that if Amy Amy was beating that other girl, the other two girls jumped in. And once they started jumping her is when Amy had hit the sink. The thing that I find very devious and very disturbing about this entire situation is that these young girls were still on social media. They were bragging about killing Amy, saying that they're glad that she's dead. And then another thing I found disturbing is that Amy's friends and all these people in the community are saying, you know, we need to stop the violence, we need to stop the fighting. But then the next day, the girl goes to school and she ends up getting lost somebody to getting jumped, and then you guys perpetuate that again. They're also saying that Amy's older sister, her and her friends jumped another one of the girls at work, because I guess they all work at Target. You know, Delaware is but so big, so all this stuff is going on. I have all this video footage, all these comments that I've been seeing on Instagram. So I compiled everything together. I want you guys to watch this, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Let me get that in. Let me get that. You gonna do anything to fight back? You gonna do anything to fight back? Look on my top. Look on my top. Girl, I'll be a kid. I put a bitch. No. Hell, come get. No. Y'all kicking me? Y'all. After they did. Oh, no.
Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier, babe. Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
You guys just watched the commentary, the videos, and everything I put together. I told you I had a bunch of extra tea on this entire situation, okay? So now it's being announced today that these girls will be charged. I want you guys to watch what the police had to say. Check this out, and I'm going to come back with my commentary.
Because something happened that is tragic, that and most days shouldn't happen. And they're upset and they want answers, and people are angry. So I think to be in a position where they can ask questions, to get some kind of clarity, even though we can't give them all details. But I think because they're speaking to individuals who have a little bit of information, again, I'm not going to say it satisfies them, but it gives them an opportunity to vent a little bit of frustration. And then if we can give an outcome of better answers at the end, I think that will help resolve some of their anxiety. We are working with the Attorney General's office, and our investigators are conferring with them on a daily basis as to what type of charges will be filed. We're looking at 3 individuals. As they go through that information, we know there will be charges filed. I don't know everybody at this point, but there will be charges filed.
All right, so you guys just saw what the sheriff's department had to say, and they're saying that they feel like, this was an accident, and I'm sure these girls are not going to the bathroom planning to kill her, and especially being that her head hit the sink. It's not like she was stabbed or shot, but I feel like the girls' actions after the fact says a lot about their character. And the fact that these girls who were involved can sit on social media and say that they're glad that she's dead and haha, that's what she gets. It just shows you how young and ignorant these little girls are. They don't even understand the ramifications of what they did. Not only is Amy never going to get a chance to graduate, walk down the aisle, have children, live her life, these girls could now be going to prison for the next 10, 15, 20 years. And all this because of what? Over a boy, over he said, she said, over nonsense. It's just really, really sad that we're raising so many of our children to be tough and to not care and to not value life. And if somebody disrespects you, the first thing you do is put them paws on them, as opposed to literally trying to talk it out and realize, you know what, at the end of the day, I had something to live for. You know what I'm saying? I want to have children. I want to get married. I want to grow up. I want to graduate. Instead of talking it out, they decide to resort to violence, and now somebody lost their life because of that violence. So there's no winners in this case. Why I don't feel like they went in there to kill her? Like I said, their character spoke very loudly to me with the way they acted in regards to her death after the fact. And I definitely feel like they should throw the book at these girls. This whole situation to me is just disgusting, that a child can go to school and not make it home over some BS. It takes one wrong kick to the head, one wrong kick to the kidney, one wrong kick to the stomach, and you're gone. So jumping people is very serious. People need to stop acting like, it's no big deal. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little, it's just some hits here and there. You can kick a person the wrong way and you can literally end their life. It doesn't matter who dealt that fatal blow. If you're jumping somebody, all of you guys will be charged with murder. So are people going to fight? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Let's be realistic. People are going to fight. People are going to have conflicts. But at least let it be a one-on-one fight. If your friend can't fight, or if your friend, initiates a fight and gets her ass whooped, then oh well, let her take that L. You don't jump in and jump somebody because they're winning. Really, really sad, and the whole situation is just very disheartening, and it's sad that so many girls are being taught to use violence, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to, you know, using their mind and actually talking it out, you know. And a lot of people who are blaming reality television and social media, I feel like, yes, social media plays a part in it because people want likes, they want validation, they want to be on World Star Hip Hop.
World Star!
But as far as reality television, I can't blame reality TV because fuckery like this has been going on since when I was in high school. People getting jumped, people getting attacked, people getting shot. So this was going on long before reality television. And at the end of the day, as parents, we need to talk to our children and let them know, you know, what the real deal is, that it's not okay to jump people, that you can actually kill them by jumping them. And we have two stories of this, you know, one with Tajay Warner and one with Amy Joyner. You know, both young ladies lost their lives over being jumped. You know, and another thing that bothers me about this situation is, where the hell are the parents? You know, I don't understand how these girls just got into a fight and they're not grounded. Not only did you get into a fight, you guys, you know, helped to kill somebody, and they're on social media. It's like, where is the mother? Like, my child cannot get in such serious trouble like this and they still have access to their iPad or they still have access to their phone. It's like, do these kids even get punished anymore? You know, you just killed somebody and you're on Facebook trying to tell your side. You know, the whole situation to me is just really damn ridiculous. It's like we're really dropping the ball as parents, and we don't want to take any personal responsibility. We want to blame the teachers, the school system, the police. But what about what's going on in your own household? I would blame the parents of these girls before I'd blame Evelyn Rosada or Jocelyn Hernandez. You know what I'm saying? Because the parents are the first teachers, and I can bet you anything, the mothers of these young girls probably handle their conflict the same exact way, where when they see somebody messing with them or trying to mess with their man, the first thing they want to do is resort to fighting and jumping people. And 9 times out of 10, that's where these young girls got that behavior from their parents as opposed to television. So anyways, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire situation concerning Amy Joyner and Tajay Warner. And then how do you guys feel about all the extra tea? You know, the people jumping one of the girls and saying, you know, how do you guys feel about the people saying that, you know, there should be no more fighting, we need to do better, but then the very next day the students jumped one of the girls and, you know, could have potentially killed her as well? And then how do you guys feel about the girls now facing charges for this? And then also about them being on social media right after everything happened as opposed to being on punishment? So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right. Deuces. Guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.